I wanted to get your perspective because neither one of us got a degree. So we got to call our friends who got it.
Francis.
Floyd.
Francis.
Floyd.
Francis.
Floyd.
Wow.
Hey, what's up, y'all? I'm Batman.
Hey, Batman. Hey, guys.
That new Robert Pattinson.
Oh, man. Twilight superstar.
It looks lit.
Hey,
I'm mad at it.
Hey, it looks actually super nice.
I'm not mad at it. Welcome back to episode 5.
Cinco.
We took a bit of hiatus, man. I was going through some things.
How you feeling?
I feel great. I feel really good.
Good.
Let's just say this. The world got to me, man. Period.
The world is a dark place.
The world, everything has been going on and just with work. And I just been lost trying to figure out where I'm going, who I am, and what I'm trying to be. And just for me, this is just for Floyd. This has nothing to do with the wife and the kids. It's just that journey that I'm going down in life where I'm just trying to figure out if I'm making the right decisions. And what's really dope is having like a legit partner to hold you down when you're having those moments. You know, I gotta thank my wife, Francis, man, because you go through these times where it's just times of uncertainty and you're paranoid. And then your wife will sit you down and say, man, go on, hit this joint real quick.
What are wives for?
That's what they do. Now, a little bit of backstory on me. I was always the guy that hated drugs.
Period.
My whole family did drugs, grew up drinking alcohol, smoking weed. And I grew up in a neighborhood that was infested with crackheads and all types of stuff was going on when I was younger. And I had 3 older brothers that always pushed me away from it. They went left and they always pushed me to go right. And so I was always turned off by drugs. And I was this kind of kid growing up that if you tried to offer me drugs, I was ready to box. Like I wanted to fight. Like, how dare you?
Offended by it when someone asked you.
Yeah, don't offer me drugs. You can't peer pressure me. Okay? If I'm going to do drugs, it's going to be because I chose to.
You can peer pressure me.
Fast forward 2020. Don't say peer pressure you because it sounds like you're just out here doing all types of drugs.
Just kidding.
That's not true.
No.
But fast forward to 2020, man. And my wife was like, listen, just relax your mind. It's the weekend. Go ahead and just hit this little joint because she smokes every day. And I will tell you, it has literally changed my entire perspective.
Good.
On weed. When I say, and I know this is going to sound crazy, but just hear me out. When I say this marijuana, like, healed my mind, I mean it.
Boom.
When I sat down and I smoked whatever my wife gave me, I think it was called like Venom.
Mm-hmm. Venom OG.
It allowed me to like think clearly and be able to see my thoughts and speak my thoughts. But the main thing is all the negativity that was going on around me kind of just disappeared to where I was just solely focused on that moment and my thoughts. And the best part about the entire thing is once I came down off being high, I remembered everything that I said. So in my opinion, it's like more on a spiritual level where I feel like weed was put here specifically for these types of moments. Like God put weed here for these moments so you can open your mind and see things clearly without allowing the negativity to affect your decision making. And it's as if there was a hole in my brain that was then filled up with cannabis. And I am a whole new man. And it's like, it's allowed me to focus, to sleep. I wasn't sleeping. I mean, I get up at 3:00 in the morning. I was probably getting an hour and 30 minutes of sleep.
Terrible.
Feeling sick, and weed just kind of, it changed everything for me, man. And I was always like against it. I was super, super straight edge against it. And I've changed my entire perspective.
Yeah. For 20 years, actually, I spent my entire relationship with him, you know, dodging or hiding or sneaking around marijuana because I loved it so much. And when we first started dating, the first thing he said to me was, you know, you don't need to smoke to have fun, right? Right.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, but that's no fun. But I did quit and I did not smoke for like maybe 10 years of our relationship. And one day we went to Amsterdam and I was re-triggered by it and its amazingness and hit back up with that again. But it helps me. I suffer with, ADHD and my brain is all over the place most of the time. But when you really educate yourself and you take the proper strains, whether they're up or down or whatever, you can really heal yourself.
Yeah.
Forget all that medication crap.
And I think that's exactly what happened. Like on some straight up spiritual, like me understanding the meaning behind marijuana and the fact that it grows from dirt.
I'm growing outside and you can finally see.
Yeah.
It's just a pretty plant.
It's changed. It really has changed my perspective, man. And,
that makes me happy.
Like when I'm done with this episode of the podcast, I'm going outside and I'm going to go smoke just because that's what I want to do.
Yeah.
But I was always against it, man. Now right now I'm smoking like this strain called Chocolope. Let me tell you something about Chocolope. Chocolope is like this intense relaxation. You know what I mean? Like imagine being at a Vegas hotel getting a massage. Let's just put you in the Palazzo, right? You didn't already spend $556 on a 30-minute massage and you feel like an idiot because you spent $530 some odd dollars on a 30-minute massage. But like I know, if you've ever been to Vegas and got a massage, it's not like massage envy. Mm-mm. It's not like massage over there in the neighborhood.
It's not like paying your kids $20 to karate chop your back. Mm-mm.
It's a different type of massage. Like these masseuses are on a different level, right? And they rub you down and they massage you and they relax all of your muscles. And you forget that you just paid $605,000 trillion for a damn massage. That's what this Chocolope is doing to me.
Damn.
Like it's giving me that sort of a relaxation, but it doesn't make me overly high. So it's really high CBD, low THC. And it's even got to the point where I'm recommended it to a friend of mine my producer who recently had a stroke not too long ago, is having some ailments and whatnot. He's trying acupuncture. And I was like, dog, you need to get on this Chocolope. And he was like, Chocolope? And I was like, yeah, that Chocolope. And then he was like, yo, I think my girlfriend does Chocolope. So then we had a 2-hour conversation about Chocolope and how it spiritually changed my life and it potentially could change his.
And you used to make fun of me when I would be like, oh, this and that. You'd be indica, and make fun of. But yes, I'm glad that you feel you've had a positive experience. That's it. If anything, that's all I ever wanted you to do was just try it. You know, I put a lot of faith in cannabis.
I put a lot of faith in it now because I'm starting to understand it. And first of all, let me apologize because I put so much heat on you because I just didn't want the drugs around me. I didn't want my old life to creep up.
Yeah.
Like I'm a firm believer in life is what you make it. If you work hard enough, you can get out of any situation. You apply yourself, you can do it. And you got to separate yourself from things that could potentially hold you back from your dreams and your destiny. And truthfully, I thought drugs, I put weed in a category with meth and coke and all of that.
You used to call it a gateway. You used to think it was the gateway drug.
It's the same thing. Mm-hmm. But come to realize alcohol's worse. And I drink alcohol all the time.
And now by smoking marijuana, I know for me personally, I have reduced the amount of alcohol that I drink because if you're smoking, you don't really need to drink.
Right.
And what's worse? Real. Drinking or, smoking a plant? I'm thinking the liver is.
So all in all, it's been great. And I applaud the wife on opening up my mind to this new spiritual realm of weed. And pretty soon I'm going to grow a beard and all that. But that's later on. But what I will say, the whole reason I talk about it opening my mind is it brought me a moment of clarity when it came to my children. And I quickly realized that their entire life I've been lying to them. Like I've been lying to my children and you've been lying to your kids too, but it's not your fault. Traditionally, we've been taught, go to school, get an education, go to college, get an even bigger education. You're eventually going to go into debt. You'll pay back your student loans when you get out of college, use that degree, get you a 9-to-5, live your life at about the age of 30, 35, have 2 babies, get married,
get a house, boom.
That is the stupidest thing I think we could could have ever done.
As we are definitely products of those children who were told to do all those things.
I mean, we both saw our parents work their asses off their whole life, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? But that was the stupidest thing I could have ever told my children. Instead of telling them, up your skill set, find out what you're good at, try to figure out what your gift is, capitalize off of that gift, make money.
Boom.
There's too many kids out here who are multi-millionaires from sitting around playing a video game. And half of these companies will take you, use you, and pay you a percentage of what you're actually worth and what you've actually brought into the company yourself, pay you pennies, and then make you feel like you're lucky to get it.
You should be thankful.
These conniving, sick corporations that are owned by these folks who understand business. And by the way, am I knocking them for understanding business? No. But at the same time, I realize that I should be more focused on upping my skill set and using my skills and my talents to bring me money to help me provide for my family versus spending 13, 14 hours a day dedicated to somebody else's corporation who otherwise is only paying me an itty bitty piece of what I'm actually making for the company.
What you're worth. Right.
And that's just what it is. And I applaud all entrepreneurs. I applaud anybody that owns a business, runs a business, has a corporation where you have a ton of shareholders. I cannot knock you for what you're doing, but I've been teaching my children wrong, and that stops today. I don't even want to say that. I've been teaching my children wrong. I'll just say that's what I've been doing, and that stops. We're not doing that anymore.
We've had a lot of time to sit outside on the porch and have conversations about what we're really doing and how do we get out of this rat race? How do we teach our children
to get out,
to be in the rat race? So we have a lot of things to do.
We do. And it's a shame that I got a 19-year-old and a 16-year-old, and I'm barely starting to teach them this now.
So we're going to call Ginny.
So we're going to call one.
I think Ginny has a communications degree too. See if Ginny answers.
Put it in my butt, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hi.
Hey, Ginny, you're on the podcast right now. Everybody can hear you say, "Put it in my butt." Yeah.
Yeah.
So Ginny, we're sitting here and we're talking about, education and how we've been teaching the kids wrong about going to school, getting a 4-year degree, and getting a job and all of that. And I know you're one of those people that actually went to school, got a 4-year degree. Can you shed some light on if it helped you at all, or are you just like, it was the most pointless time spent ever in my entire life?
Honest.
Pros and cons. I made a lot of great friendships. I feel like my work ethic is better, but in terms of getting a scholarship and going to a 4-year university, I have not used my degree once.
See
what I mean?
So,
and you do other things. You're a performer, and
yeah.
Yes. And I have other friends that, I was lucky enough to be on a scholarship. However, there's other people in my same boat now working 9 to 5 and just using it to pay off their college debt. So, I mean, for me, when my daughter grows up, if she wants to go to school, I want her to be passionate about what she wants to do. If she's just going to school to go to school, then I think it's pointless.
See, I wanted to get your perspective because neither one of us got a degree. So we got to call our friends who got it.
'Cause all we feel is good vibes. Yeah, all we feel is good vibes.